The sun is the heart of our solar system, the massive star that provides the energy necessary for life. It is so constant in our lives that we rarely stop to think, what would happen if the sun suddenly disappeared? While this scenario is purely hypothetical, exploring it reveals just how dependent everything on Earth and the entire solar system is on our star. The disappearance of the sun would trigger an unimaginable chain of events, each more catastrophic than the last. In the very first moments after the sun's disappearance, one surprising fact is that Earth would not be plunged into darkness immediately. Because light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach us, we would continue to see daylight for those final minutes. At the exact same time, Earth would still orbit as if nothing had happened, because gravity also travels at the speed of light. But once those 8 minutes pass, everything changes forever. When the light finally vanishes, Earth would be engulfed in complete darkness. Stars would suddenly become the only light in the sky, along with the distant glow of other planets. Imagine the shock for humanity. Day instantly turns to night across the entire world. Electricity could keep some cities illuminated for a while, but psychologically and socially, the disappearance of natural sunlight would trigger immediate chaos. People would panic, governments would struggle to maintain order, and fear would spread rapidly. Without the sun's warmth, Earth's surface temperature would plummet. Within the first week, the average global temperature would drop below freezing. Within a year, the surface would reach negative 100 degrees Celsius, negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit. Oceans would begin to freeze over from the top, locking marine life beneath thick ice. However, liquid water could still exist deep under the frozen surface for thousands of years, providing a potential refuge for microorganisms. Yet for humans and most animals, survival would become nearly impossible. Plants, which rely on sunlight for photosynthesis, would die within days to weeks. Once plants perish, herbivores would starve, and carnivores would soon follow. Entire ecosystems would collapse in a domino effect. Agriculture would fail, leading to mass starvation across the globe. Humanity might attempt to grow food artificially using artificial light and underground facilities, but the scale of resources needed would be staggering. The loss of gravity from the sun would also create another catastrophe. The planets of our solar system orbit the sun because of its massive gravitational pull. Without it, Earth and every other planet would immediately fly off in a straight line into space, traveling endlessly in the direction they were moving when the sun disappeared. Earth would no longer belong to a solar system. It would become a lonely, wandering planet, drifting through the cold void of interstellar space. This drifting Earth would eventually encounter other dangers. Without the sun's gravity to shield us, the asteroid belt and countless smaller space rocks would be destabilized. The chances of Earth being struck by asteroids would skyrocket. The sun also acts as a protective shield against harmful cosmic radiation through its solar wind. Without it, Earth would be bombarded by deadly cosmic rays, making survival on the surface even more difficult. Humanity might attempt to adapt. Underground cities powered by nuclear energy or geothermal heat could be possible. Submarine habitats under the ocean might provide shelter where liquid water still exists. Scientists even speculate that geothermal vents in the ocean floor could continue to support microbial life and perhaps small ecosystems. But these are desperate, small-scale solutions that could not sustain billions of people. On a cosmic scale, the disappearance of the sun would destabilize more than just Earth. The balance of the entire solar system would be thrown into chaos. The orbits of remaining objects, asteroids, comets, and dwarf planets, would scatter unpredictably. Neighboring planets like Mars and Venus would also drift away into the darkness. The solar system would effectively cease to exist as a system, turning into a collection of wandering planets lost in the galaxy. For humanity, the psychological toll would be just as devastating as the physical consequences. The sun has always been a symbol of life, hope, and time itself. Civilizations built their calendars and cultures around its presence. Without the sun, human beings would lose their natural sense of day and night. Circadian rhythms would collapse, leading to widespread mental and physical health problems. Societies would descend into despair, and survival instincts would dominate. Could there be any hope? Some scientists speculate that humanity might migrate to other planets or moons, but this would require advanced space travel technology we simply do not possess today. Another possibility is that humans could harness nuclear fusion, the same process that powers the sun, to create artificial mini-suns that could provide light and heat in controlled environments. But developing and sustaining such technology on a massive scale would be a challenge, unlike any we have ever faced. Ultimately, the disappearance of the sun highlights one crucial truth. Our lives and the survival of every living thing on Earth are entirely dependent on this star. Without it, Earth would quickly become a frozen, lifeless rock drifting through space. Life as we know it would end. This thought experiment is a reminder of how fragile our existence is and how unique our planet is within the vast universe. It is also a call to appreciate the sun and the delicate balance it provides. We often take its warmth, its light, and its stability for granted. Yet without it, nothing, no oceans, no forests, no animals, no human civilizations, would exist. The sun is not just a glowing ball of gas in the sky, it is the reason we are here at all. And while it is not going anywhere anytime soon, remembering its importance can inspire us to protect the one home it makes possible: Earth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.